Welcome to the third month. At this moment, it was February 2022 when Austin actually reached third month. It's amazing while they change their physical features as well as they develop their motor development and the visual and hearing milestones. At this point, he watches faces very intently. He follows moving objects. He recognizes familiar objects and people at the distance. He actually recognizes voices. He startles a lot. He starts using his hands and eyes in coordination. He smiles sometimes at the sound of your voice. He begins to bubble, create sounds. He begins to imitate some sounds, turns head toward direction of the sounds. For his movement milestones, I noticed that there is a development also, a very good development for this time. He raises head and chest when lying on his stomach. Like he supports his upper body with arms and when lying on the stomach. He stretches both of his legs out and kicks when lying on the stomach or back, which is actually a very good sign that your baby is developing correctly and appropriately. He opens and shuts his hands, pushes down on legs when feet are placed on a firm surface, brings hand to mouth. I noticed that he takes swipes at dangling objects with hands and grasps and shakes hand twice. Well, the visual and hearing milestones is also very important to look into. So when your baby is actually like staring at you, watches you intently, that's a very good sign. Follows moving objects, recognize familiar objects, smiles at the sound of your voice, and turns head from toward direction of the sound. Some social emotional milestones actually could develop at this point. They begin to develop social smile, enjoys playing with other people, and may cry when playing stops. They become more communicative and expressive with face and body, imitate some movements and facial expressions. Well, some of these actually are the signs that they need something. Like for example, if their hands are totally like closed, that means that they're hungry. If the hands are totally open, that means they're full. And you actually as a very first time, like a first time parent can actually is a very trial and error. Along the way while raising these babies, we actually could recognize what their needs are, what actually do they want. Do they want to be cuddled, or do they have something that bothering them? So it's kind of really a trial and error. It's hard, but it's amazing that day by day you learn by them.
Good morning, mahal ako. Good morning, Austin. Austin, ha? Hi. Good morning. Gutom ka gang? Ay, gutom ka gang? Hmm? Hi, Austin. Salamat ka lang? Hi, Matthew. Hi. Palanggo. Seryoso mo tayo, oy? Seryoso ang palangga. Hi. Hello. Ah, nakitong laag, be. Ma-birthday ka, be? Sige, laagan. Dad, mama mo, oy.
Babies at this age are not recommended to have screen time. But of course, a first time mom and you're alone at home, you just have to do everything what you can. So no bashing. It's just that everything is a trial and error and you just have to do what you have to do. So for sanity and just to make your household chores be done, that's according to our family doctor that no screen time because it will delay the language development as well, and it's actually had a bad impact for their development.
Seryoso. fish. Justin? My grumpy, grumpy baby. My grumpy baby. Langit! Ay, suko kang gagang. Ay, ako patingin ka na. Chiki, 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 chiki. Ay, very good. Very good, anak.
Although each baby develops on her own individual way and at her own rate or pace, a failure to reach certain milestones may signal medical or development. So, some babies that are high risk of having delayed development are those babies that are born preterm. Austin is born preterm, but it's not really that late. Early preterm. He is considered late preterm to full term, but it's still considered as premature because he's just born. He was born at 35 weeks and 3 days only. So if you notice that the babies at this age doesn't seem to respond to loud sounds, doesn't notice her hands by 2 months, doesn't smile at the sound of your voice by 2 months, doesn't follow moving objects, it is better to have them checked by your pediatrician or your family doctor. So these babies are actually very resilient and they're very, very strong. They develop very naturally and so fast that you didn't even notice, and they are so smart. So good luck when raising your babies. The activities for a 3-month-old baby that develops their learning and motor development, the most important is the tummy time, sensory play, reading and storytelling, even though if they didn't understand, playing with toys, encouraging movement, and social interaction. Very, very important for their language development.